The big project that we're working on is a microgrid at an industrial agricultural park. If you look at the agricultural industry, how we get our food, it absorbs and consumes a whole lot of power to get your vegetables to the market in a timely fashion, to where that vegetable has shelf life and shelf time in the marketplace, but it takes a lot of power to cool all those vegetables and maintain their integrity, I guess, so to speak. So multiple of these processors are in one industrial agricultural park, and they needed more power. So we're able to then facilitate the power into that industrial park and build enough such that those processors will always be on, and they'll always be on their own island of power. Therefore, when other occurrences happen, or when the grid goes down, the big grid, they will always be able to maintain their constant flow in their supply chain. The impetus and the driver of this was actually public safety power shutoffs in California, where wildfires have caused urgency to have power at all times at certain facilities like this.
At Clean Power Alliance, I am working currently, I have helped develop a community-based organization outreach grant program. And the purpose of this program is to reach our low-income and disadvantaged community customers by partnering with existing community organizations and their expertise. And so we recently trained them, and it's been really exciting to see how they're going to help us ensure that our lower income customers also have access to our customer programs and other resources.
Terrific. So our previous APC fellowship program, which was cohort 2, focused on clean energy around electrical vehicle supply equipment. And so there are electricians that typically do the install for EV infrastructure, but there was a need in the market for technicians to do the maintenance, the troubleshooting, and also the commissioning of the machines. Commissioning is once the machine has been installed. Basically, the machine needs to do a handshake, per se, with the vehicle. And so we provided a 3-week training to help individuals to learn how to do those 3 items. We also provided technical support throughout their internship with a EV network provider to give them that real-time experience that they needed to be successful.
An energy efficiency project that we've done that has been an exemplar of what campuses should be doing is our building retro commissioning project. Retro commissioning looks at the whole building system, and the goal is to go through every piece of mechanical equipment in the building and all of the controls that make that system work together as one unit and make sure that it's operating the way that it was originally designed. Over the course of this project, we were able to pull systems back in line that hadn't been operating as optimally as we would like. We increased occupancy comfort in that space by making sure that rooms weren't getting too hot or too cold, and it saved us about $40,000 a year. And having an extra $40,000 in our energy budget means that we can go and do something else with that money.
We actually have a pilot project that's focused kind of on the nexus between transportation and energy, which essentially was a 2-sided RFP that we released to the community, the communities, to identify any pain points they had as it relates to zero emissions mobility. So for example, like lack of EV charging stations in their neighborhoods, or lack of scooter availability. And then we asked tech providers to highlight some of the solutions that they're able to provide. We did some matchmaking and ended up selecting 4 communities to work in. In Pacoima and San Pedro, for example, we are working with the Housing Authority of the City of LA, or HACLA, as well as Pacoima Beautiful, to deploy an EV car share program. So the idea is to try to figure out how to get more of the community acclimated to utilizing EVs.
Yeah, so, some of the projects that we've worked on, I would say in the last year or two, that were really impactful projects. One is called the Watts TCC, and it's the Watts Transformative Climate Communities Grant, where, you know, we're supposed to do, I think, 40 homes over the next 2 years, you know, for income qualified families in Watts. And on top of that, we've layered that with the job training piece, you know, so we're able to save families money, as well as, you know, show individuals from Watts how to install solar. And it's been really impactful. You know, we've to date trained 15 individuals, and I believe we've placed 8 out of those 15 into jobs in solar and related industries. And now they always give us a call back. We have 2 guys that are, you know, doing a project over in Hawaii, and they've been over there for almost 5 months now, you know, and it's really changed their lives. Before they started training with us, you know, one of them was working 3 different jobs, and they were all like security, kind of low-end jobs, you know, and not being paid very much. And now he has the opportunity to really get deep into this green career. So he couldn't be happier. And for us, that's the big reward. We have another young lady that's working for Tesla, you know, and she's had some challenges, but she loves the work at Tesla, and she's trying to get her brother in there, you know. So we really see the impact firsthand. One other project I would mention was a project we did with Esperanza Housing down in the city of Los Angeles. And we put solar on an affordable housing development. And right across the street from that affordable housing development was an urban oil well. You know, and the tenants of Esperanza Housing had all kind of health-related problems like nosebleeds and asthma and everything else, you know. So by us putting this solar on Esperanza Housing, it kind of showed the community's commitment to this transition to clean energy. And I think just a couple of months ago, they actually shut that urban oil well down. So that was a big, big win for the community.